Welcome, lovely to have you along as always. Today it's Sunday, I'm in the kitchen, and that can only mean one thing, roast dinner day. So I am doing tasty roast duck. So the first thing I've got to do is pour some boiling water over the skin, and that really helps crisp it up. I've cleaned the sink out nicely. I'm going to put that bad boy in there and pour boiling water all over it. And then we let it dry out whilst I prep the spuds, and that will then go in the oven. Now let that skin dry out whilst the oven's heating up, and I'll crack on with the spuds. Right, nothing special about this, just peel and chop your spuds into your preferred size. I like to cook the spuds fairly early on, and then they just sit in the steam for a bit and dry out whilst your roast is cooking, and that gives you a really good crisp spud at the end. Perfect roast. Now, we want to score the fat on top of the duck. Just let the weight of a sharp knife do the scoring. You don't want to get into the meat.
What does scoring do?
It releases the fat. There's a lot of fat under the skin of a duck, and it helps crisp it up and give you a nice crispy duck skin. Right, cover in salt and pepper, and I'm going to put a nice cranberry marinade on about an hour into cooking. Salt will help the skin crisp up as well and dry out some of the fat. So put it in the oven at 200 for 20 minutes, and then drop it down to 170 afterwards. So in 20 minutes, job done. Right, along with my spuds, I'm going to do some nice roast carrots, red cabbage and Yorkie puddings, because I'm a big believer, and if you're having a roast, you're having a Yorkie pudding. Now I know there's a lot of camps out there that think it should only be with a roast beef, but quite honestly, you're wrong. Roast dinner needs a Yorkie pud. Right, they'll go in the roasting tin part way through the spuds being done. I'll chop up some nice red cabbage. Oh, missed. So I pop that into a frying pan, and I like to do it with a bit of balsamic vinegar and soft brown sugar. Don't use a fancy balsamic, it's a waste. Just put balsamic vinegar, pepper, salt, and just a bit of soft brown sugar. We'll come back to that later. Right, clear up. So for Yorkshire puddings, I do equal quantities egg, flour and milk, and you can substitute a bit of the milk for water if you want a slightly crispier Yorkie. So I know, because we get these eggs regularly, 4 of these eggs will be 200 ml. So I'll add 200 ml of flour and 200 ml of milk. Well, 160 milk, 40 water. I want to add 200 ml of flour, lovely. And then I want 160 milk. And the rest cold water. We'll see when I put it all back in if I can hit the 600 ml mark. Have I got it accurate? So mix the flour and the eggs. Don't put all your liquid in it in one go. I want to make sure it's loosened up. Right, Yorkshire puddings, simple as that. But equal quantities is the key to a light, fluffy, perfect Yorkie. Right, 600 ml. Oh, look at that. Sprig of salt. And we'll pop those in later. So I'll just leave it in the fridge for now. Okay, duck is in the oven. It's been going for 25 minutes. About to turn the duck down to 170. And we'll leave it for 2 hours. Potatoes have been boiling. They're ready to come out now. So just going to drain those. Got to be a little bit careful here because they're quite delicate. Put them back in here. And then what you want to do is chuck a clean tea towel on it and forget about it till you put it in the oven, and they will dry out and steam nicely in there and you get perfect roasties. Right, duck's been in for 1 hour and 20 minutes on 170 now, so I'm going to give it the first basting. Oh yeah. I'm going to pour some of this fat out for the roast potatoes. Whoa. Now I do it without the duck dropping off. Oh, it's getting a bit hot on my hands. That'll do. Right. In here I have cranberry sauce with 5 spice and brown sugar. Just try and move that up a bit. Oh yeah. Nice, and I'll do this about every 10 minutes now for the next hour. Lovely. Back in the oven. Right, duck is nearly done. About to get it out of the oven. Sunday, so cheeky gin day. Right, let's get the duck out. Why, yes. Ooh. Right, I'm going to leave it on here to rest, loosely covered, till everything is ready. So this is the duck fat I poured out earlier, and we'll pop the spuds in there. Oh, nice. Give that a bit of a mix. I'll be a little bit gentle because they're quite soft. Nice. Salt and pepper. Right, they're going back in the oven, 200 for about 35-40 minutes. We'll add the carrots halfway through and put the Yorkies in as well. So back in the oven, forget about those for a bit, and now let's make the gravy. So duck fat on, flour, two tablespoons, whisk, cranberry, sip of gin, priorities. Let's slowly add the hot water. It'll thicken up quickly. And chicken stock cubes. I like these dirty normal ones rather than the bit more of an intense flavour. Don't put any salt in because they are quite salty. You'll over salt it. Turn that down. See, it's going to give us a good bit of gravy out of this. Don't want it too watery either. So I'll let that cook down now for 20 minutes. That's going to be all right. Right, put a bit of this in. That was the cranberry I was basting the duck with. And I'll just keep tasting and cooking down and adding as needed, and salt and pepper if needed. Just constantly taste and cook and taste and cook. Don't chuck all your seasoning in one go at the beginning. Right, let that cook down. Spuds will be in there for 15-20 minutes. Then I'll put the carrots in and we'll leave the duck resting. Job done. Right, I think we're pretty much there. Cabbage on, gravy's done. Yorkies are coming out. Let's have a look at the Yorkies. Boy, yeah, look at those bad boys. I think they'll do all right. Small one, ran out of liquid. Now that is a roast potato. Oh, yes. Lovely. Right, let's chop the old duck up. Start dishing up. Oh, yum. Yum, yum. One duck leg. Oh, caught my hand in. I'll see you on the next one.